Today, we're going to talk about intelligence. Typically, when we think of intelligence, we think of IQ. And this is one way to measure intelligence. Certainly in society, this is the main metric that we observe. And these people, the top 2% in society, tend to be the ones who produce much of the cutting edge technology. They need to be on the edge of creativity in order to see beyond what exists today. Evolution is the same thing. It's always pushing that edge. It just does it a slightly different way. Another way to look at intelligence is Howard Gardner's 9 models of intelligence, and I'll put some links about this into the video. And his theory is based more around how the brain has developed. You will have overdevelopment in some areas, underdevelopment in others, and these are all nutritional developmental issues in some cases, benefits in others. And you can retrain these areas and balance them out. And when you do this, that's when the model starts to say, okay, now I will bring the rest of intelligence forward. The two areas we're really interested in today are savant intelligence and biological intelligence. Savant intelligence, and this is similar for gifted intelligence, so high IQ is a measure, but then within that we have gifted intelligence where they have this innate intuitive knowledge. They can come to the answer without knowing how they arrived there. It was simply passed up from the system and it arrives in their mind. The frameworks are built below. Sudden Savant Syndrome is where typically in midlife you suddenly acquire a new skill without ever having trained for it. And throughout your life, while you were focused on just getting on with things, doing what society told you to do, your subconscious had a hobby. It may have been a language, art, music, mathematics, something that it was interested in, just killing time while you're walking around running the body. A gateway opens and now it can exert some influence and it attaches you to this thing and you are compelled to do it. It's taking over control of the nervous system for periods of time so it can do what it was always intended to do, have control over the body and push a system forward. And this may become your new purpose that it attaches you to. This work was championed by Darold Treffert. I'll put, again, some links to some information if you want to read more about this. And initially, as cerebellar systems come into control, you will experience these savant skills. All of a sudden, oh, I can do this thing, I can do that thing, and I'll go into those stories in more detail. The final area of intelligence that cerebellar systems unlock for us is biological intelligence. So this is our innate gift that evolution has given us, and every generation this pushes forward. This is pushing us towards that next edge where we can make the big step, which is what we're doing when we move to a cerebellar dominant phenotype. This is how a bird knows how to make a nest, how to migrate, how sea turtles know when to return to shore and where to lay their eggs. All of these programs exist somewhere in our biology, and with cerebellar control, you can access these programs. And for us, this is around shelter, which obviously we're gone a little bit wayward with. Our houses don't represent what optimal biological regulation would look like, and we have a large amount of excess and waste. Nutrition is the other one. You will know what to eat and when to eat. This is essential for evolution. Without it, nothing's going to happen. And then you will see this manifest in other ways because you have this biological knowledge of the world, millions of years of looking at the natural world and choosing what's going to be best for you and then adapting that into your evolution. We then co-opt this into our technology. And this is the rise of agriculture and also our modern technologies, AI being a great example. If you look at a lot of computing systems, they're modeled after how many things work within the brain itself. This is the system giving you a reflection of how it works to attach to, and this becomes the latest technology that we use. As the system takes control, you step back, you go into a flow state, and now you're just part of the process of intelligence. Evolution is intelligence. It's pushing that edge constantly, always trying to figure out how to solve the next puzzle. And when you step out of the way and you allow it to focus just on what it was designed to do, it is exceptionally effective at it. And a byproduct of that will be the entire body resets, the biochemistry resets to an older baseline, and everything starts to reconstruct itself. Next video, we're going to start to get into the nutrition and talk about how our nutrition impacts all of these things and how it gives rise to this next step as our cerebellar systems are hitting this evolutionary point along with our technology, where it can revert back to this basal cognition instead of running everything up here in a much slower, much harder to regulate, high waste part of the brain. See you soon.